Hello, I'm Dr. Kenneth Goldberg, and I'm the author of The Homework Trap: How to Save the Sanity of Parents, Students, and Teachers. I want to talk a little bit about the weighting of homework in the final grade. Typically, when a child is in elementary school, uh, you will find that teachers will give fairly high weight to the homework assignments. This is done, I think, under the idea that it will motivate the students to do the work and give them some way to bring their grades up and feel good. And perhaps it works for some kids. However, if you think about the standard in the field, which is 10 minutes per night per grade, and you think of elementary school students, say anywhere from first to sixth grade, having anywhere up to an hour of homework, which sometimes I think is a little much, but that's okay. And you think that the child has a 6.5 hour school day. What you're looking at is that of the child's total school time, which is homework and class time combined, the homework is taking about 10% of what the total educational time is. That's more or less, it may even be less than that. But it certainly isn't the bulk of the time. Now, what will typically happen is a teacher will decide that homework will count, say, maybe 25%, classroom participation 25%, test 25%, perhaps school class work or quizzes 25%, and just make it simple that way. So you're giving about 25% of the weight of the grade for what may be 10% or less of the actual education time. And then, if the homework isn't done, the child gets a 0. Whereas if the schoolwork isn't getting done, if the child's having trouble in school, it's much more common that the teacher, because the teacher sees what the child's doing, not just the results, the teacher's more likely to go over there and check out with the student and figure out what's going on. So it's very unlikely that that child's going to get a 0 for a classroom assignment. So, and if you think of the normal grading system, I don't know, 60, 70 is a failing grade. Let's just go with 60. That's what it was when I was a child. Um, the actual mathematics of a 0 is that it brings a grade down 2.5 times more from 100 than, say, a 60, which is an ordinary failing grade. So the homework assignment runs the risk of giving the child a super F, weighted in at 25% of the grade. This is enough to send any parent into a frenzy. So one of the things that I believe is that we ought to look at limits to how much weight homework has. 10% seems certainly sufficient, and that's what was being proposed at the Los Angeles Unified School District earlier this year. And I also think if we cap homework at 60 as the minimum grade that any assignment can get, even if nothing is done, then at least you get if you get an F, you don't get a super F. And if that's not acceptable to school district or to teachers for all the kids, then it should at least be an available accommodation of 504 plan. One of the problems with 504 plans is that the most common accommodation you can get for a child who's having trouble getting the work done is to give them more time. And in the class, more time has some value, but it's not really more time, it's redistributed time. It takes a 6.5 hour class day and redistributes it so that maybe more time is allowed to finish the assignment, whereas there is no extra time for more time in homework. So it's a proposal, and I'd be very interested in your thoughts about it.